YouTube, it's above average code here, and if you're anything like me, you've been fiending for anything in relevancy to Halo Infinite or the HCS that's news related. Well, look no further than Shopify Rebellion to drop a bombshell of a new roster for HCS Year 4 coming up here, and they're pretty much the first top team, I would say, to solidify their roster in stone and make things official. Obviously, we saw Optic drop everybody except Formal, which we kind of expected outside of Lunchbox being dropped. But this is the first roster to really lock anybody in, and I'll stop building the suspense here and tell you the roster. It is Royal 2, SICKLE, Last Shot, and Frosty with the coach Best Man. And let me tell you guys, for face value, this is a really good roster, and there's a lot of other dominoes that I think maybe not necessarily will fall soon, but I think there's a lot of rumors we can all but pretty much confirm at this point. The first one obviously being that FaZe is no longer a full roster, which we pretty much expected. But I first want to talk about here that this is kind of what I think we expected a lot of these teams to go for. Instead of going like with a full team of vets and seasoned HCS players or a full team of young guys just going around trying to fry, I think we were going to see a lot of mixed bags because we saw a lot of these young and newer Halo competitors absolutely smoking the competition in year 3, and we know we have plenty of vets in the Halo scene that are still just rearing and ready to make a push for a championship. So we have the experience of Royal 2 and Frosty, of course, two longtime GOATs of Halo, and then we have Last Shot and also SICKLE, guys, and I think this is a pretty well-rounded roster here for Shopify. They were obviously up at the top pretty much for quite a while now, so I think this is a team that can definitely go the distance. I'm not sure if it can compete with the likes of the tippity top S-tier teams, but I'd really like to see them try. And honestly, the earlier you officially lock in your roster and kind of get that elephant out of the room, I think the sooner you can really lock in and just focus on the task at hand and start putting in the work. I mean, hey, I hate to point fingers, but I see Formal still grinding the top 250 in BO6. But some exceptions go for the people that are already in the S tier, I suppose. But what this really alludes to, guys, is you see some big names of these former rosters starting to officially sign in other places, and this all but confirms rumors that the other players are likely going somewhere else, and I think most of the things that were expected was FaZe was going to get left out of the mix. So to see half of their roster here sign with Shopify Rebellion, guys, I think this just perhaps alludes to them possibly losing everybody. Not for sure, of course, because we are only operating off rumored rosters, which I'm not going to get too into in this video. I want this to be kind of a shorter video to kind of give you guys all the spice with Shopify Rebellion announcing their roster, and then kind of talk about some of the other fallout. But I think the next question we need confirmation on is whether or not Space Station is truly breaking up their 4 that just won the championship, guys. I think I need to see some form of confirmation on that before I really start going crazy with too much more speculation. Or perhaps we see another roster become confirmed to really help us out with some info on that. But for now, Shopify Rebellion is the first really top-notch team, I would say, that we've seen confirm their roster, which is really exciting, and it definitely gives us something to chew on, and perhaps we see more dominoes start to fall here in the coming weeks. I will say, though, I am pretty surprised it's taken this long to see anything really locked in and confirmed, because I really do expect that everybody that is going to team has already figured out what their team is. Perhaps some are still trying to figure out their org. Perhaps the orgs are trying to finalize some paperwork. Perhaps coaches still need to be figured out. I really don't know, but I'm really excited to see this roster for Shopify. I think it looks really good on paper, and like I said, I don't know if they're in the tip-top S-tier, guaranteed to be competing for a championship, but I really do think just alone with the likes of Royal 2 and Frosty, you have to put them up there. And then with SICKLE and also Last Shot, they are a force to be reckoned with, and I'm excited to see them compete. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all the actual news I have for you. I could speculate this all day to going back to talking about the rumored rosters, but I'm just happy to have something to talk about here in the Halo and especially the HCS space. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Please subscribe to the channel. Halo content's been light, but we've been doing a lot of Black Ops 6 and it's been a fun time. I'm planning on working Halo Infinite into the streams a lot more once I get this new sleep schedule on with the new shift at work kind of down pat. So guys, hit that sub button, leave a like on the video, leave a comment. What do you think of this roster? Is it tip top S tier? Is it A tier? Or are you hating on it? You just putting it lower than that, which I think that's the case if you are putting it lower than that. But outside that, guys, channel memberships and super thanks if you'd like to support monetarily. Helps you out ever so much as a content creator, but please don't feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Hope my Halo fans are glad to see me posting something Halo related. And that does it for me, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next one, y'all.